Gems, hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Gems, you guys got the river and the warrior, the nectar and the healer, the unseen and the heart. And for some of my gems, I almost feel like this sense of competition, like a race for something. When the cards popped out and I saw the river and the warrior, for whatever reason, the first thing that popped into my mind was I licked it, it's mine. You know what I mean? Like I called dibs. I got there first. I don't know how that will resonate for my gems individually because it could be anything, right? It could be a relationship, it could be like an opportunity at work, it could be well, I don't know, like maybe there's a group of people and they're planning this trip, but there's limited number of seats and it's like there's one spot left and like you're walking in at the same time as this person over here and it's like, sorry bitch, that's my spot. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like gems are in that like I didn't come to play energy, right? Okay, gems, love. But I feel like you didn't come to play because what you're doing is I think finding your way into your own healing, right? Like this is well, I don't know. I'm not one to advocate for a mentality of competition. I don't think that the world is eat or be eaten. And I think that if you exist strictly in that mentality, then you attract that to you. And so, of course, that's the kind of world that you exist in because that's the kind of world that you perpetuate. That's the kind of world that's the energy you like. If you're like competing, then you're only going to be surrounded with people who are competing with you. And yet, if there's only one spot and it's like the race is on, I just feel like this what I lack in something I have in this. And so I'm going to take this and I'm going to take all of the power behind it and well, I feel like and like Dragon Ball Z it. You know? But like if I know that like this is where my strength is, then I'm going to use the full force of my strength in this area to make sure that I get it because that's what I want. And if it's me or you, it's going to be me, right? It's going to be me. Y'all. Well, and it's so funny because well, anyways, I think it's funny. But you know what you're going to do. You know what you like why you want to do it. I feel like there's this sense of feeling backed, you know, like backed by spirit. Like I'm here for a reason and I got this far for a reason and you know, like I just feel like this and I don't know who you're saying that to because I have feel like you're saying it to yourself. You know, like I have feel like you're over here like pumping yourself up, you know, like pulling that energy in, right? Like when we exercise and when you exercise and you like harness that energy, right? But then when you've got that energy harnessed, like what do you do with it, right? I feel like you were like, I'm harnessing energy. Whoosh, you know? Like I have a goal. I have an intention. I have a backing. I have a purpose. I have da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like I have something I'm trying to do. And somebody who I think could be getting in your way. I don't know. Because I don't know that this other energy even knows you exist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that it's one of those things where you have a room full of people who are actively competing with you because I don't know. I don't know why. Um, could it be a third party situation? I mean, it could be for some, you know, where there's like this, where I don't know, you're in a relationship with someone, but that person feels kind of threatened. And they're like, you better stand down. Like this person is with me. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there is this, and it feels like it's in terms of a relationship because that's the energy that's coming through. But I don't know. Like, maybe it's one of those things where it's like, listen, like, homeboy's been my friend for decades, like stand down, like, I don't know, like, however it plays out for you, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like somebody's stepping on your territory and you're not having it. Or you're the territory and somebody's stepping on you and somebody else ain't having it. They're like, mine. Okay. Gems. I love y'all so much. Okay. The Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Four of Swords. Well, I don't know, because I do kind of feel like, one, I do feel like it's kind of somebody who you've known for a while. So I don't know. I don't get the feeling that this is one of those things where, well, maybe it's a thing where it's like an ex comes back around, and like your new person is kind of like, excuse you. Like you're not here anymore. This is my territory now. And that person being like, nah, bitch, I licked it first. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Because it does. I don't know why that keeps coming through, but it does. It just feels like this territorial energy that is very like, no, like this is mine, and like you've been laid to rest. Like you don't live here. Go back to your home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because it does. It feels aggressive. But I don't know. I guess I just kind of feel like when you've got something that you really love, when you've got something that this is where my heart lives. Like, you don't get to just come in and like tromps all over my heart. Like, this person is my, I don't know. I feel like this person is everything to me. And again, I don't because like I say things like this, and then people are like, "Oh, you da 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 da." I am channeling an energy. Okay? Okay. No one should ever be your everything always. Like there shouldn't be any one person in your life who you need everything from. That being said, there are going to be people in our lives who we receive so much from: connection and love and laughter and joy and progress and education. And you know what I mean? Like, there are people in our lives who, like, they push us. And if somebody wants to come and take that level of attention from us, like, we'll have something to say about it, right? And I just kind of feel like there's somebody who's got something to say. I don't know if you're the one who's got something to say or somebody else has something to say, but there's somebody with some things to say, because I feel like if they weren't clear before, they're about to be clear now. Like, if you didn't know whether or not I loved you, I need you to go ahead and know I love you. You know what I mean? Like, if you weren't clear about whether or not I wanted to build a life with you, I need you to know I want to build my life with you. You know what I mean? And well, there have been some because there's like, sometimes when you have, I don't know whether it's a religion or like organizations or like whatever, but it's kind of this idea of like you have to marry within the church or like whatevs, you know what I mean? But like, sometimes there are like things in life that aren't necessarily churches, but you do kind of wonder, like, I wonder, are those people allowed to even like date outside of their belief systems. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if they do. Well, I think of that one show, Nobody Wants This, Kristen Bell, because I love her, and Adam Brody, because I love him too. But you know, she's like, I don't know, you're like you're a rabbi, you know, like that doesn't fit with my life, and I don't know, because it could be that like somebody is really confessing to you, like, okay, well, say you're living with somebody and you're like, okay, well, I like that, and that person's like, listen, I'm tired of beating around the bush. Like, I want to build my life with you. I want to make you my, you know, like my partner. I want to da 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 da. Like, we have so much here. I don't want to keep feeling like I have to be hidden, or like I have to be like the last one on, like at the bottom of your list. You know what I mean? Because if you loved me, you wouldn't make me feel that way, right? And I just kind of think that makes sense. That makes sense to you, or it makes sense to the person that you're dealing with. You know, like, secret relationships are not where it's at. And I don't think that you should be posting all of your personal things on social media, or like sharing them all. Like, I think privacy is vital. But like, also there's a difference between being private and being secret. You know, like, those aren't interchangeable, but there are some people out there who really think that they are, which is amusing to me. But yeah, gems, I don't know. Um, I do feel like a call to action, a call to like bring something back to life. You know, for my ones who aren't like knee deep in a relationship like that, I mean, I guess I would say maybe there's somebody who you're interested in, and you're like, well, I want to go for it, you know, because I feel like this person is exactly what I'm looking for. And I feel like they fit me, and my life and my heart space. I don't know. Well, because now I feel like there's like a body shape comparison, which I don't encourage ever at any point in time. But listen, y'all, when it just like, I get what I get, and you can have, you know, like the idea of one size fits all. That's not true, you know, because you can put on the outfits, and like, it might not fit, it might hang funny on one person in one area and fit another person perfectly in another area. And it's like, I don't know, I almost feel like this was tailor made for me, and because it's tailor made for me, it will literally never fit on anybody other than me. You know what I mean? Like, that's a level of confidence, though, right? A level of confidence and connection with another person. Because here's the thing, is that when we really, like, when you really ride with people, like, when you, they're like, nobody questions your friendship. Like, at no point in time does anybody ever question your connection, because when they see you with this person, like, it's natural. It feels natural. It looks natural. It sounds natural. Everything about it is natural, because it just is. You know what I mean? And so when you see somebody with like somebody who you're so naturally aligned to, well, yeah, because it has like those rom-com, like that energy of like, well, you can't, like this is words, sorry. You can't fit in that because it's made for me. I don't know, just however that resonates for you. But there's an end that is occurring. But what I think is ending is, I almost feel like any confusion about whether or not something was made for you. Because you can have something that's made for you and reject it, and that's like, then that's on you, right? This is this meme that I saw earlier today. It was something about like this parent donated this little boy's toy trucks to his preschool because he would never play with them. And then he came home and he talked about how they were his favorite trucks. And they were like, interesting, like now that they're not yours. And it does almost have that vibe of like, well, now that it's not yours, you want it. But I don't know, because again, these are general reads, and this energy can play out in so many different ways, because it doesn't even have to be one of those things where it's like, now that it's not yours, you don't want it. It could just be, for my gems who have been in a relationship, one of those things where it's like, no, I've wanted it, but I didn't want to say that I wanted it, because if I'd said that I wanted it, then I would be vulnerable. I would be hurt. But now it's like, well, who did you hurt? Who did you end up hurting? And I feel like a lot of people got hurt in the process. But in the end, you got hurt the most. The Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Star, and the Ace of Swords. Well, whatever that the end is that you experienced, or the end was that was experienced, I just kind of feel like there's some healing that's occurring. There's, like there's a passion, there's forward movement, there's knowing what's connected to you. I think speaking on what's connected to you, I think maybe for some of you, having a form of competition that you didn't anticipate along the way, although maybe you did anticipate it, and that's why you licked it first. Gems, I love y'all so much. The Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. Well, I mean, this is just feeling left out in the cold, feeling stuck, feeling isolated. But, again, gems, I just kind of feel like, are you really stuck? Are you left out in the cold? Are you isolated? Like, do you not know this person very well? Do you not have this connection with this person? And if it's somebody who has been on the outside from you and they feel this way, I just want to say to those people, like, if you've been a part of this person's life and you have built this life with them outside of their life, and you feel like you're tired of being left at the back of the line, and like you've given so much, like that you deserve to have that place of honor in their life, then express that, then share that. You know what I mean? Don't hide that away and then resent them for it, because it's not their fault that they didn't know what you really wanted, because you were never willing to really actually express it like clearly, and you were trying to manipulate them and to like do things to get them to, like all of this stuff. But it's like, that's insecurity, that's fear, that's, if I really tell you, you'll laugh at me or you'll say no, and so I'm going to do everything I can to try and push you in the direction that I want you to go, so that you can't say no, because I've like I've done all these things for you. But like, they're like, that isn't loving. Manipulating people and hiding your truth is not loving or kind. Turning your back on people, and then, showing up when you see that they've gotten on with their lives isn't kind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I just kind of feel like, however this is playing out for you, however this energy is playing out for you, I just kind of feel like it's time for you to really address it for what it is. Because if you don't, I just feel like, to you, like you lost. And I just don't think that you are willing to let that happen. And Yeah. Gems. If this does resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and sharing your energy with me. And yeah, I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.